Once again, I'm not muting anybody when we do this, so.
Are we actually going to listen to you today?
No one listens to me.
Hopefully I'm live.
Yep, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about how Ryan told me to go potty like a little child. Miriam, if you need to go potty, now's the time to do it.
Well, we can also talk about how you have ants in your pants, apparently. So
I can't. It's not my fault that the lighting was really bad.
it is. It is. It is.
100%.
Yeah, I don't know who else's fault is it.
That's not funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. We got a show to do. You ready?
Did everyone click live on Instagram?
Yeah, I should be.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. This is quality internet here. Here we
Do
go.
it.
Tonight, live on the air. All right, the best part of the show, though. Everyone, it's time to play Myth or Mystery, the weekly panel show where our panel here, with the help of our viewers, decide if the videos or images we're watching tonight are myth, mystery, or unknown. And remember, this series is heavily reliant on our viewers voting on the videos each week, so please share the video out to get more people to join in. But remember, you can also only vote for the videos on YouTube at Myth or Mystery Live, so make sure you go there. I'm hoping that link is in the comments for people to go to, and also as usual, well, that's kind of well. We'll get to what you were up to prior, so that took up all.
I didn't do anything I was supposed to do.
No, but it was time well spent, so that was the main thing. Don't forget, folks, you can also comment on the videos from anywhere you're watching from tonight. But once again, you can only vote for these videos over at YouTube at Myth or Mystery Live. We'll put the links out there. It's a lot of fun. And as people see every week, it changes from the first round to the second round of watching the same video. And that's a lot of fun to do. Before we get to any of that, though, let's meet our panel tonight. I'll go first. My name is Greg Bakken, and I'm a paranormal investigator for the last 15 years. My favorite way of communicating with spirit is through ITC methods, mainly the Spirit Box. I've had a lot of success using it. I also host Ghostbox Radio, AM 950 Radio, and streaming. This is a joke. Streaming on Ghostbox Radio with Greg Bakken on Facebook. I don't have Facebook at the moment, folks. So if you want to see my show, please go to AM 950 Radio on Facebook or go there to stream live. And then we're figuring out by the time of July 8th, the week of the 8th, how I am going to be seen again. So for those who are missing, and there might be one or two of you, Ghostbox Radio will come back on. Now, Harlow is up next, and Harlow is co-producer, graphic artist, research and video researcher. Harlow is also a writer and illustrator with her book, Plugged into the Paranormal, about her lifelong paranormal experiences. You can find the book on Amazon. We're going to say goodbye to Harlow for the moment, but we're going to be seeing and hearing from her throughout the show, especially at the end when she comes up and lets us know basically if we passed or failed doing the show tonight. So we greatly look forward to that. Thank you, Harlow. Special guest tonight, Ghost Inspector Greg. Tonight, Ghost Inspector Greg, you know him from our weekly viral video segments. Ghost Inspector Greg is a fourth-generation paranormal investigator, having first paranormal experiences as a kid working with his father. Ghost Inspector Greg is known as the Celebrity Ghost Whisperer for his work with celebrity spirits, and it's his birthday.
Hey! Now that's
Greg,
my kind of birthday.
right? Do you like that? Do you know what I got from the Myth or Mystery folks for my birthday? Nothing.
I knew
So-
you were going to say that.
I got
forgotten too, Greg.
I got F-all is what that is.
Okay.
So
Hold on. Tonight, like 3 people have a birthday on the night that we're live. That's
Yep.
my excuse.
you're recognizing everybody, but when it's one of us having a birthday, yeah, okay. No,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's better.
It's going to get worse.
yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, anyway, happy birthday, Greg.
Thank you very much.
Next up is Ryan. Ryan also had a birthday, and I think some people talked about that too. 15-year paranormal investigator and evidence review go-to guy. Ryan is good at finding things that no one else has found, and whether we like it or not, we'll hit you with some cold hard facts. He doesn't know how to play audio on a video, but we still love him all the same. Then we go to Miriam. And Miriam is our psychic medium who specializes in remote viewing, aliens, and clearing dark energies. She is also a teacher of spirituality, the paranormal, and bridging the gap between the two. Harlow and Miriam also have the podcast True Crime Psychic Eye, now streaming on our YouTube page, Myth or Mystery Live. So definitely make sure you go and check that out. Now, last week's episode. Now, if you missed last week's show, we had an incredible ghost story and photo from Jordan. Check this out.
We were on this ghost tour and I'm just like taking pictures with my phone. And at that time, I just start scrolling through the photos on my phone. It looked to be like a figure type thing. And when I saw that, my heart kind of just like dropped into my stomach. And as we're walking up to our car, my car door, the passenger door is wide open, but everything was there. Nothing was stolen. It really was very creepy.
Were you the one that opened Jordan's car door? Yes.
No, it's not like she's some dark, like crazy energy, but she's just a little mischievous and deceitful and just
Prankster.
Now, I do believe some folks believe that was the very common reflective wood, but we don't all subscribe to that. Now, if you have any extraordinary experience with a ghost, alien, or UFO that you'd like to share, please send it through our website, Myth or Mystery Live. You can choose to keep your identity anonymous, which if you don't want to have people know that you put something in, that's totally fine. Stay tuned tonight as we have another great story brought to you by Ghost Inspector Greg. It's going to be fantastic. Before we go any further, just want to make sure you're all doing all right. I mean, first of all, Miriam, you're okay over there?
Listen.
I'm listening.
The condescension.
I've been listening all night.
Condescension, is that a word? Coming from everyone tonight is just over the top. Listen, we definitely dropped the ball on everyone's birthdays, because it's about to get worse. Tonight is also my mother's birthday, Myth or Mystery Nana, June 27th. Okay. And here's the thing. Had she not texted me and said, don't forget, it's Ghost Inspector Greg's birthday tonight, I only remembered because it's the same as mine. And as I'm reading the text, I'm texting Harlow going, oh shit. It's my mom's birthday. You gotta do something for Myth or Mystery Nana.
Happy birthday to you, shining star, shining star. May your dreams come true. No matter how far you light up the room.
First of all, happy birthday, Myth or Mystery Nana.
Happy birthday.
But does everybody get a video? Is that what happens here? Everybody?
There's another one coming. Hold on, I want to say something really quick. My mom, hands down, is the best mom, and I'm not just saying that. Across the board, the best mom, doesn't get any better. I will not accept anything less than that from anyone else. She's the best in the whole world. So she did get a video. Now, that being said, I did still forget her birthday. So, happy birthday, Mommy. Myth or Mystery Nana. There's one more video coming. Yesterday was Jeremy's birthday.
I don't think he's even on tonight, is he? Isn't he taking this is part of his 2-week break? I thought.
So
Probably
what's
isn't.
it? Is he a Dark Shadows fan?
Well, no, but Harlow thought it was a great idea because he's so cocky with his
Okay.
little freaking answers and trivia
Yeah.
that we throw him an answer and the guy's not even
Yeah.
on tonight.
No, because that's how it works. I mean, this is what happens. The people who are the people who like support you and have been here every week, we don't get videos, and that's fine. That's fine. But the people you're giving videos out to people who don't even show up for the program. Just want to
Okay,
kind of point
you know
that out.
what? For in my defense,
You spent 45 minutes trying to figure out how
get
to
that
sit in
word
the
out.
chair.
Get
Yeah.
that word out. Oh no, you guys told me it was your birthday in passing. Like it was just like, oh, by the way, it's my birthday, and I was like, oh, okay. Well, when do we do something? Listen, the only reason why I did something for Ghost Inspector Greg is because it was the same night as our show. That's the rule. If your birthday is on the same night as the show, you will get a check for $100 and a
All
video.
right. All right.
I'm gonna
If your
move my
birthday is
birthday.
not the same as our show, then I'm sorry, we cannot celebrate. Rules
Dang,
are
let-
rules.
Let
I
me
don't
write
make
myself
rules.
a check right now.
I was gonna say, Greg, get a holder to that one. That's news to, I think, all of us. But
I don't make the rules.
I think you do. No, you're happy with the situation, the lighting, the everything else. You're good now.
No, it was really stressful before we started the show, and no one was helping me. Harlow was helping me, and then finally Ryan started helping me because he probably wanted me just to shut up. But yeah,
I don't know what did you want me to do? I mean, there's nothing I can do.
it's all right. It's done.
Yeah.
Never.
Well, I don't
never,
think it is.
Never forget, as they say. Never forget.
I don't think it is. That's the funny part about it. All right. Well, this is
Oh
going
my
well.
God, Harlow just said her birthday's on Friday.
Okay, let's play her.
Harlow,
Let's play her video.
Harlow, you have to make yourself a video, and we'll play it next week.
We're not on
Harlow
next
made
week.
all the videos, so she'll have to make her own video. Happy
It won't
birthday,
matter, it's fine.
Harlow.
No.
Is
Too
it now?
late.
Is it really your birthday tomorrow?
No.
Friday. No. Okay. I'm getting confused with what's reality in this program, and
Oh.
it's
Rightly so.
yeah,
I
right,
know,
exactly.
seriously.
So,
All right.
just real fast, Greg, if you weren't doing the show tonight, what would you have been doing for your birthday? And do you now regret that you're doing this show?
Probably just watching, Bigfoot videos, looking for evidence, looking for. I'd be looking for viral videos. I'd probably be doing some paperwork too for my real job.
Well, let me just say, a special birthday from Chewbacca. There you go. There you go.
Awesome.
He's kind of
Appreciate
he's kind of a big footy. Okay, well, this is good. All right, folks. So let's go ahead and finally get into it. Myth or Mystery is the name of the show, and it's an interact. Can we just start over completely?
Please.
I'm so like worked up over the 45 minutes it took for Miriam to get like the lighting right. It's scarred me forever. Myth or Mystery is an interactive paranormal show with a panel of seasoned paranormal investigators and mediums, plus audience participation. The panel will individually determine myth, mystery, or unknown. Myth is not paranormal. Mystery is paranormal. Unknown means not paranormal, but may not be man-made or faked either. The audience is polled throughout the show to determine their analysis of each video, myth, mystery, or unknown. When the panel is not unanimous, the audience polling will be the tiebreaker. The audience will also have opportunities to win prizes via the paranormal trivia question segments. If you're watching on Facebook, jump over to YouTube to join the polling. YouTube polling is at Myth or Mystery Live. There are nearly as many people creating fake paranormal and UFO videos these days as there are people trying to capture genuine evidence. Add to that the capabilities of modern technology such as hologram projections, jetpacks, and programmable drones. It's becoming increasingly more difficult to know what is real. That's why shows like ours, Myth or Mystery, are important in helping us to remember to always use our intuition and evaluate with a critical eye. What do you think of that, Miriam?
Was
Good
I supposed
research.
to do something there? Or
Well, I mean, there's one other thing that we need to kind of alert our viewers to next week.
okay. First off, I forgot the chair that Scully sits on, so I wasn't prepared tonight. It was a very busy day. I'm sorry. But tonight is the monthly trivia drawing.
That's
A.
true.
B.
Oh, I thought
tonight-
you were saying A like Canadian, like A. Tonight's a monthly trivia drawing, A.
No.
Okay.
B. 4th of July is next Thursday, so it will be our first Thursday not here.
Look at that.
I
Taking
feel
a
like
week off.
it's a bigger deal for me than anyone else. Okay, so third, when we come back July 11th, we are going to have a mortician on sharing some of her crazy ghost stories.
Number 8. We are at number 8 here. So caring for my own family. A lot of people ask, could you ever care for your own family? And I have. When my grandparents died, cared for them. I've cared for a lot of people that I've known over the years.
Boy.
Oh, that was quick. I didn't mean to cut her off. Sorry. She's going to be on next in 2 weeks, and she's going to tell us some of her ghost stories.
So that is July 11th when we come back. And, the only thing I can say here is because we're now going to be heading into our ghost story segment tonight, because tonight we have Myth or Mystery Ghost Inspector Greg sharing his personal story. The question I have for you, Greg, is your story going to be as good as a mortician's story? That's no pressure.
Well, I'm telling you, I think it will be. However, I'm looking forward to that.
That'd
That's
be cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah, definitely. So, but got a pretty good story for you all.
I bet you do. What you got for us?
Okay. I grew up in Burbank, California. I was on a block of people that, we didn't all have much, but what we did have is a bond as friends, all of us kids. And we spent every summer night sleeping outdoors or over at somebody's house, whatever. And this particular night, it was a warm evening. The train tracks are right to the north, and the Burbank Airport was off to the west, and Lockheed Martin with their screaming jet engines were over the other side of the tracks. And it was, like I said, it was a very calm night. Everybody has wind chimes up, hanging outside. There was no chiming. It was just calm. And we all decided, since my best friend's dad and mom went out to eat, that we would go ahead and mess around with a game called Light as a Feather, Stiff as a Board. And as my sister and Brett's sister Tammy came screaming out of the bathroom because for some strange reason they felt they needed to go in there and say Bloody Mary 3 times into the mirror in the pitch dark. They've never told us since exactly what it was they saw, but they were petrified. And interestingly, my sister was the one that decided to be the victim in the game, Light as a Feather, Flat as a Board. And my friend Brett said, well, you know what? Hey, look, I hear we're supposed to light a candle. So he took his mom's candle that he got in trouble for using, and he lit a candle. And we started. There were several of us, Dave, Kenny, again, my sister, Ralph, a few others. And we were all gathered around with 2 fingers from each hand under my sister, Sue. And we started the chant. And the idea behind light as a feather, stiff as a board, is you're going to tell this person's demise. And each person tells a separate part of their demise, with the last person giving the actual coup de grace death that happens. Started out, Susan's walking across, the street, reading a book. As she moves forward, there's a car coming her way. The light was green, but the car didn't stop for the light. And by the time we got all the way around to Kenny explained how Susan was hit by this car, and that's how she was killed. But as Kenny was describing this, right as he was talking about how she died, okay, Susan lifted at least 6 inches off of the ground. That candle shot up about 12 inches in the air. A train came by, a plane flew over, and the wind chimes were going crazy outside. And at that very moment, Brett's dad, John, stuck his head in the window that was cracked open. And he went, ah! And he had a face that everybody saw, a different colored devil face. And we all jumped and we all hid. And John, the dad, was shocked that this, what happened. And every one of us were traumatized that day. And every one of us today still talk about that experience. And people say that that's the reason that we are all have such an interest in the paranormal today.
Oh, does everyone that was there, do they all have an interest in the paranormal because of that?
A few of them do, yes. They're obviously not like me, but it's funny. I was talking to some of them a few days ago, and my friend and Dave, he was the one that pointed that out. Of course you do what you do. Remember our youth. Remember what happened in our youth. Walking through cemeteries and seeing, full body apparition of a woman. We saw these things.
Who was what was the name of the girl, the woman? Was it your sister, you said, or who was laying down that you guys were?
Right. That was my sister. Your sister.
And she was the one that lifted up?
Yes.
What is her response to that? Like, what did she say about that?
Well, she just heard the scream in the window and jumped like everybody else. I don't even think she realized she was lifted off of the ground.
She didn't realize she had been lifted.
Yeah, but we all did.
That's incredible.
Like kind of levitated, kind of.
Yes, she levitated. I mean, technically, when you think about it, it's 7 other kids, with pressure. But is that enough to lift somebody off of the ground?
Well, my mom just said that she played a similar game with amazing results. 3 or 4 girls, including herself, were lifted shoulder high. Mom, when were you going to tell me that story?
Yeah, Susan, when? I need to hear that story.
Probably when you'd remember her birthday would be my guess.
I mean, that's fair. Wow, that's crazy that both of you guys have that story.
And
that's incredible.
The odd thing was that really the one thing, I mean, okay, it could be coincidence, all the things at once. I imagine, but there was no wind outside, right?
Yeah.
The plane and the train and the wind chimes, everybody, there's 6 houses in these courtyards, and every wind chime was going crazy. And to look over and see that candle just shoot up, just as John screamed. And I remember I looked over, okay, and he was an orange devil to me. Okay. Other people said he was a green devil. He was a red devil. But one thing for sure, everybody saw the same thing.
The same thing. That's what's so cool about those stories, when everyone sees the same thing. That's what, when we had Jose on for our first ghost story, that was what made that story so fascinating, was that all of the workers experienced the same thing, and then you have my mom. We have someone on Instagram, I drop bombs. Oh, that's funny. I just got his name. Said that was a common game where they lived also. And so it's like I remember playing that as a kid, but I didn't have any luck. So to hear how many people actually had really positive, well, I guess you could call them positive experiences where it actually worked, is really, really cool.
But we never played it again.
I bet. That's really cool. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Anytime. Cool. I got a stack of them.
It's good to know. Good to know. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool. I'm really interested in the way that face appeared differently for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's funny because we had that conversation, about that, and it was just weird that we all did see a devil face in this video.
Interesting.
Yeah, very odd.
Has that affected you in any way with your own paranormal research through the years? Like that, I know that it's played a huge part in your interests and whatnot. But have you ever kind of gone back to that moment, or had a moment like that since that kind of like brings you back there?
Well, you know what? To be oddly, it's actually a very fond memory.
Sure.
It was badass, right? And so we none of us would ever forget that, you know. And it's again, sure, as kids we were shaken, but it wasn't long afterwards we were all like, "Wow, are you kidding me? Did that really?" You know, it was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and again, it set some paths going forward. Even though, you know, obviously I had the influence, you know, from my father mainly, you know, and I remember he thought it was pretty cool. I told him about it.
Have you ever thought? I mean, because one thing that comes to mind when we talk about this is it. You know, not that I'm saying that there is a clown that's called Pennywise, you know, trying to hunt you all down. But have you ever thought about doing it again now with being older?
Yeah, wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
I think in the right setting, I would.
Yeah.
You know, if we were all hanging out, and we wanted to do that, I would.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sort of type of thing. And you do need about 7-8 people really to properly do do that almost ritual. Like, I mean, I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
You know, but what is funny is how my sister, even now, she won't talk about that.
Oh,
really?
Situation. So, you know, you reach out into another world. Okay.
mm-hmm.
And you know, you got to expect that world and possibly answer. And it certainly did that night.
That's cool. That's amazing.
Really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Greg, thank you so much for sharing that. That's fantastic. And if anyone has any more thoughts or questions in the comments, continue putting them in there, please. I think right now we're going to move forward here. After that, it was a great story. And thank you for sharing that with us. But let's get started on image number 1. Audience, you're going to vote before the panel analysis. Video 1 will be played a few times. You'll have a total of 60 seconds to complete your vote. So take a look at this. Here is image number 1.
February of this year, a doorbell camera in Logan, Utah, captured something the owner couldn't explain. Weather conditions that night were around 28 degrees, with no wind. As a delivery person is seen in the video on the front porch, something shoots up and out with velocity from a planter behind him on the walkway. Most frogs hibernate and are dormant during Utah winters, but can possibly survive temperatures around 28 degrees. Snakes also hibernate during Utah winters, so the flying anomaly is something of a mystery.
So,
what happened? Hold on.
I don't know what you're doing. Hey, do you want to take the rest of the night off, Miriam?
Can we start over? How about we do that? I'll start over.
Polls are now closed. Panel will begin their analysis. After the panel analysis, you're going to get your chance to vote again. Why don't we go ahead and start with Miriam?
All right. So, as you know, I need to pull up the video. Hang on. This is coming. Image 1 left. All right. See, I can do this. For me, this feels it feels very physical. It feels like it just feels very connected to the earth somehow. So for me, that tells me it's something earthly. It doesn't feel like something ethereal or from somewhere else. It feels very connected to the earth. So for me, this one is a myth.
Okay. Wow. There we go. A myth. Let's go over to the birthday boy himself. Don't forget, Greg, after the show, you have to go through our spanking machine. So
thank you, sir. May I have another?
Yep,
That's
absolutely.
a different show.
One for each year. Time through each year. All right, Greg. What do you think?
Well, okay. Well, I really like this video. I do tend to, I would think of frog when I see this, but as said, the time of the year, probably, you might not see a frog out and about this time of the year, but and it almost does seem to come out of whatever that is sitting there. So for me, I'm going to, I kind of agree with Miriam. It's a myth.
It's a myth. It sure is. Just like this show being done flawlessly, it's a myth. All right. So with that being said, why don't I go with my expert opinion over here? So I'm going to do something a little bit different than everyone else tonight. Right? Exactly. First of all, I love the idea, Greg, when you said it could be a frog. That frog is currently orbiting the moon. If that really was a frog launching like little frog NASA over there. But I think I'm trying to figure out what it is. I don't feel like that it is paranormal at all. But to me, it looks like nothing is moving like wind wise or anything like that. Something is being launched with velocity. I don't have the expert stuff that Ryan has. I'm going to go unknown tonight with this one myself. An unknown. That's what I'm thinking.
Have you ever gone unknown before?
Maybe one other time, but no, I don't. And I kept in my mind thinking, is this really unknown? But it's like I don't know what it is, therefore it's unknown. So that's kind of where I'm going with this.
Brilliantly said.
Yeah, right. Regular Sherlock Holmes over here.
Jeez.
Come on, Ryan. Frog, Ryan.
Yeah,
frog,
Ryan. Ryan's gonna tell us what
frog.
Frog. Huh? Everybody wants to see a frog.
Hi home.
So this one I just kind of left it as is. This is almost full speed. I slowed it down about 75% just so you can see it a little bit better. I noticed a couple of things in here that I want to go over. So when it's launching, it looks like it has a tail almost. It's fluttering in the wind. I know somebody in the comments already said it, but to me it looks like almost one of those fake fishing lures, the fake fishing worms. They have a twisted tail. Could be on a string, somebody pulling it. Not sure exactly what that is. It's definitely launching with velocity. I'm not sure if it's quite to the moon, Greg, but it's going to be close. And then when I was looking at it again,
we should have said this from the top. We're really bad about this. This video, not that Ryan, you're implying it's fake by any means, but we know that it's not fake. That it wasn't edited. This came from someone's home.
Yep. So what I noticed is right there by that bike. Keep an eye out there. You see something moving down there, kind of in front of the tire? I'll go back and forth with it a couple times.
Can I make it full screen there?
Oh yeah.
I'll go back again and play it.
No, that frog is moving.
Yeah.
I'll start over again here. So what you're going to be looking at is kind of right in this area. I'll get rid of it here. Right there in front of the tire. You see something moving in there?
No.
As I go forward and back with it. Something moves and then there's a flash in front of the tire as it kind of goes up the wall.
I can't
right
see
there,
it.
there's a flash. And then it goes kind of up the wall and it launches.
Huh.
So I'm not sure what this is, but it definitely started on the ground and made its way up, which to me doesn't really scream paranormal. It to me is more of an animal, a creature. Not sure what it is, but I'm going to have to go unknown just because I can't identify what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The dream team is back. The dream team is
Yeah,
back.
Miriam and Greg, the green team.
That's
Oh
funny.
my god,
I saw the orange face.
This is about as smooth as it can go tonight, isn't it?
Oh my
Okay.
god, it's awful. Wait, are we posting our analysis? I have no idea how this show works anymore.
Yes, please let us know what the pre-analysis voting is.
Wow, look at that.
We're at 33 right across the board.
Oh my goodness.
Pretty
Wow,
Okay,
well,
and
here
then
we
look
go.
at this came through, Ryan. This came through for you, right?
Yep. And while I was doing it, about 6 more came through. So there was a bunch of activity on the Ovilus while I was going through, and everybody else too.
Isn't that interesting?
Very
Yeah.
interesting.
It's a very talkative frog.
This astronaut frog. All right. So did your analysis change? Whether it did or not, please vote again. We want to know if the panel shifted your viewpoint at all on image one. And remember, if your analysis did not change, please vote the same one more time, and we'll see if this changes at all. Here you go. All right, so the panel got done with their analysis. Now it's time for the audience analysis. But I do have to ask real fast, is this the same countdown music as always? It just sounds sadder tonight. It's like the bass is like
It might be.
no, I'm just like both times I'm like maybe I'm using different gear tonight. Maybe I'm wearing sad headphones or
You
something.
are. I don't know. Everything feels a little off tonight. Sorry, I was texting someone. I'm not texting, but I was answering someone on Instagram was just asking. They weren't sure what the question was being asked, so we needed to clarify. So I was doing that. I don't like to think. I don't want you guys thinking I'm looking down at my phone and not paying attention.
Is there a question we were asking?
Well, if I understood correctly, they were asking what's myth, like how what is a myth, what is a mystery,
What's the show about? Babe?
what the hell's going on? Why am I still watching this show? Yeah.
Right. I thought maybe you're texting to someone, get me out of here, Bruce.
Okay, we've got polling up. Let me get that ready. Here we go, Ryan.
So a little bit of a swing there. We went 44% myth, 0 mystery, and 55 unknown.
Oh,
So
wow.
do we not have audience analysis, or are we just skipping around doing however we want to do the
I
show?
told you
tonight?
I can't tonight. I can't function. Sorry.
That whole 45 minutes adjusting your camera threw her
Oh
off.
my gosh. I mean, folks, this is not a joke. I mean, this animal.
Who are you calling an animal? Oh, the video.
Yeah.
That's all I got. That's all I got. It's a quiet night, folks. That's all we got.
That's
but
it,
I
huh?
would like to say Azariana. That's the first I'm seeing of her. So I'd like to say welcome. And I'm sorry that I'm making an assumption that you are female, but if you are not, I apologize. Welcome. hello. Thank you for joining. Sorry you're joining on a night where Greg is a little off. Just kidding. You know what?
Thank you for joining us for the special birthday edition of Myth or Mystery.
It was really a special edition. It's your background that's throwing me off. It's not my fault that I'm off my game. It's your background.
There's no haunted doll anymore.
Yeah, and that haunted doll balanced me out.
You found something. You found something like a kinship with it. No, it's just that I'm in a different room because everything else is packed away for the weekend. So I didn't realize that this would be so controversial. I'm not going to lie.
Hang on. I think Oliver is the one who, Harlow, can I bring you up? Is Oliver Peterson the gentleman who has the video?
Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, okay. And so he's saying just some extra info. That guy is the husband. The guy standing at the door, I take it, is the husband? No?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, that was fun information. Oliver, am I understanding you correctly when I read that? Like that the person standing in that video is the husband? Okay, so let's keep going. Crack Skull is yeah.
It was taken at his sister's house. He submitted the video. It's his video.
Breaking news in the Myth or Mystery video.
Anton, to me, it was interesting to see the form of the white snow was taking at the last few frames. Got it. Oliver, okay, so we're correct. Okay. Oliver, I hope that, actually, I was going to say, I hope we helped you, but all we left was more questions because Ryan and Greg decided to go unknown. Do you like the way I blame you guys for literally everything? It's never my fault.
Here's the funny thing about going unknown. It's because we didn't know what it was. It was unknown. So...
yeah, we didn't step on it right away like some people.
Yeah, we didn't think it was a frog being launched into space. We just thought it was. We didn't know what it was. We're not labeling things, okay?
I just want to say you got to be careful about talking about genders. Gwen, takes
offense to that.
Offense to that, because Gwen self-identifies as a Bigfoot, so you have to be
sorry, Gwen.
Real careful about that sort of stuff.
Yeah, you sure do.
We should. Okay, we are completely off the rails, so let's kind of back on.
I mean, if Miriam is trying to get us back on track, things must be pretty bad. It's time for Myth or Mystery viral segment brought to you by Ghost Inspector Greg. Now, audience, please let us know if you'd like to see viral video number 1 or number 2 or both analyzed. Voting is open on YouTube at Myth or Mystery Live. Let's take a look at what Inspector Greg, Ghost Inspector Greg, who's here right now, what he has to offer to us this week.
Welcome back to another Viral Videos with Ghost Inspector Greg. Let's get into it. Could this be some kind of shapeshifter? Have you ever communicated with a loved one who had passed on?
Give me a sign that you know I'm here, my love. Make your thing spin. I love you. Let me know that you're safe with Grandpa Len and Auntie Vanessa, Grandma Ernie. Let me know that you're safe with them, Bean. Spin it if you're safe. Spin it. Show me, baby. Please show me a sign. Show me, baby. Oh, thank you. I love you.
Let us know what you think by voting at Myth or Mystery.
It's funny. I have a T-shirt that says "Spin it if you're safe." So I'd never heard anyone else use that before. So that's good.
If you're safe.
No,
I wanted to bring back Oliver really quick.
Sure.
Just Oliver's. Thank you, first of all, Oliver, for trusting us with your video.
Mhm.
And I feel like Ryan made some strides as far as we were able to actually see where it was coming from. The only question is, what was it? That's what, I mean, none of us really can figure out, but we do think that I think, is it fair to say we all agree it wasn't something paranormal, it's something physical, but we don't know what that physical thing is. Somehow it's connected to the earth, but very random. But thank you, Oliver. And if you get any other videos, please feel free to share them with us. I promise we'll be in a better headspace. Linda said she had blackouts. Linda, where does Linda live? Do we know?
She's in California.
Oh, I didn't have any blackouts, and it doesn't look like Harlow or Greg did either.
Nope, nothing here.
All right, well, we covered that.
Yeah, well, thank you for the blackout update.
But this is why I love Linda, because whenever Linda joins, she always tells us what she was doing right before. But Stacy does that too. She'll always tell us right before what she was doing before she joins. I think it's funny.
It's like they're not here for the show. They're just here like it's a phone conversation.
Yes.
like oh, and so yeah, I went to the grocery store today, and meanwhile we're trying to figure out what spaceship the frog is on that's circling around the moon. But we love it. Don't stop doing it. Now, after trivia, we're going to announce the polling numbers for the viral video, so stick around for that. Please share with us the viral videos that you're interested in, and we want to know whether to make you feel something intuitively or you're curious if it is a myth or mystery. We want to know the why behind why you chose that particular video to submit to us. Please submit via our website, mythormysterylive.com. Your name will remain anonymous if that's what you want to do. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for is here. It's time for the monthly trivia drawing. All right, so we're doing the drawing first before this week's trivia question, right?
Yes, but Oliver wanted to add the temperature was closer to 15 degrees. So maybe we could Google what animals live in the 15-degree temperatures. This is why I'm not a researcher. Linda Judd wants a hoodie, and she voted for both.
Okay, well, did you go to YouTube and vote for both? And you can get hoodies from the website and as well. So just for those who would like to buy some of the stuff to support us, that's fine too. So how are we doing we're doing the drawing first, or we want to do this week's
well, let's do the drawing. But Ryan, I want to say, can I say out loud what you said here?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. He's fucking talking behind our back here in the private chat. Look at it. Hold on, guys. Oliver, hang on. Oliver's also my dog's name, so his head bounced up. Okay. It may be a kangaroo mouse. The tail shows up weird because of the infrared. Isn't that interesting?
That is actually a good...
I just thought that the way that it moves around by the bike and kind of hops up and jumps. I know kangaroo mice can jump crazy far distances, and then with some of them get some longer tails too to help stabilize them as they're jumping.
Yeah, so it isn't a frog.
Not at 15 degrees, I wouldn't think.
I love that. Okay, Oliver, hopefully you're still on and you heard that.
Absolutely. All right. So do you want to do the drawing first?
Yes, please, sir.
All right. All right. So, are you ready? So this is for June, the drawing, and what happens for the person you pick the name for?
They win a brand new car that says Myth or Mystery on the side.
Just wrapped with the vinyl Myth or Mystery, everything. Yep. And you have to drive it for 6 years before you can take the vinyl off of it.
Harlow, what do they win again? They get to choose?
They can choose between the two different designs of T-shirt, or
There
they
you
can
go.
choose, or they can have a mug. Either way.
The options are limitless.
Limitless to 2. So, ready? Are we ready for the drum? Let me get my snare drum. Ready?
Ready.
All right. Remember, it's longer than. Never mind. Here we
Who
go.
are you kidding? So nervous. I'm so nervous. Why am I nervous? Why is this making me nervous?
I don't know.
What if it's me? Violet!
Oh, very nice. Congratulations.
Violet! Yay! Where's the applause, Greg?
Like I said, I don't have any sound effects because I packed it away.
He was not paying attention during pre-show, remember?
No, we were worried about our chairs. So awesome. That is fantastic. So we're still talking about the video, I see.
Sorry. Okay.
All right.
Violet, congratulations. And listen, if the pre-show isn't about me, I'm not listening. So there you have it. Congratulations, Violet. We're all very excited. She's not watching tonight because I usually see her cute little face and I don't see it.
Yep. I don't know why you scared away so many people, Miriam, because it's really not as many people tonight. So,
The debate.
that's true. That's very true. But the good news is, even though you saw it once before, let's do it again. It's trivia time. All right, folks, this is how it works. You all know what it works. The only problem is we don't have a buzzer tonight to say you're wrong. We'll figure something out. That's the most important part of the whole show. But you have 5 seconds to answer the question. And what you just saw here is that Violet just won some Myth or Mystery merch. Your name is going to be put into the Scully. And from there, it's going to be more names added over the next month, and you have your chance to win again. So you have 5 seconds to answer this question, okay? Here's the trivia question for tonight. Without Jeremy here, someone else might have a chance to win it. So here we go. The question is, what got buried with Bela Lugosi that appeared with him in the film Dracula? What got buried with Bela Lugosi that appeared with him in the film Dracula? You have 5 seconds to answer this question. All right, once again, the question is, what got buried with Bela Lugosi that appeared with him in the film Dracula? And Patricia, right away, gets it. Look at that.
Yay,
Wow.
Patricia! I'm so happy for you. Patricia wins. All right. You get to put your name in Scully.
You wrote it down already. Wow.
I'm really fast.
Yeah, no, that's great. That is fantastic. So congratulations, Patricia. If no one else wins anything over the next month, you have a very good chance of winning. So no, hey, hold on. Well, yes, that's true. His teeth did appear with him in
Maybe.
Dracula.
Well, you can't. Who knows, man?
Where's the
Keep
bounce
going with the
button
sound
on here?
effects.
I'm sorry, what?
Keep going with the sound effects. Go. I'm going to start over. So stupid. Oh, wait. We said yes. Sorry. Go. There's more.
Wait, what if I don't accept his teeth as because we don't know if he has dentures.
Okay.
This is- who would have
Classy
thought this
show,
would never
man.
get
It's
old? Who would have
It's a
thought this would
classy
have got old?
show.
And yeah, here we are. All right. Well, thank you to
All
those
right.
who are still watching. Let's see here. So let's find out the results from the viral or not. Let's find out the results. And once again, I'll just wait till you're done over there.
I'm here.
All right.
I
roll.
sorry.
roll.
Viral video.
That was my fault. I pasted it or copied and pasted it wrong.
I could have
Viral
added a V. I mean, I didn't either. I could have fixed it. Wow. Should we just leave now? Should we just say goodnight now and just kind of move on?
Yeah.
need
It's
that
the
week
I
off,
roll
I think.
video night.
Who knew your horrible lighting would cause so much trouble?
Thank you. Finally, you get it.
Oh, we saw it the whole time.
All
I'm
right.
surprised
So
about this. I'm actually surprised about this because, I thought that little twirly
Spinny
thing
thing?
was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I thought that one was going to be voted on too, but obviously tonight is the night that we are wrong about everything.
Well, you are, but the thing is like all the people out there don't care about reaching out to their loved ones. Clearly, that's what this is like. So, bunch of monsters watching tonight. So, okay, well that's fine. So why don't we do this? We're gonna leave everyone up here. We're gonna do image number 2, okay? And moving on to image number 2, Ghost Inspector Greg, you mentioned that you had an experience with a haunted mirror, and we have a short clip from that experience.
So come on, we're here.
So is it a scrying mirror? Look at his.
All
Look
of
at
a
his.
sudden, for
Yeah.
the first time tonight, Greg's demeanor changes immediately after he
Yep.
starts challenging.
You could see his
the mirror,
eyes.
which is exactly
No,
what
not good.
was doing right before
Not
he
good.
fainted.
This looks really weird.
It looks really weird. Yep. Look, he looks mad for a second.
I gotta move away just for a second.
Seems to affect men more.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt frozen for a second.
Yep.
Did you?
I couldn't my whole body, but it went away pretty quick. And I'm not gonna be intimidated.
All right. So what happened there?
Well, that was in front of the Bela Lugosi's haunted mirror at the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum. And I was investigating it with the Ghost Adventures team. And me and she liked to be called Moonbeam. We went over and we uncovered the mirror. And the part that wasn't shown was the orb that literally passed around a couple of times while we were in that room, which was interesting. But let me just tell you, when I looked into that mirror, what grabbed me, it was like a tidal wave. And I felt like I was being pulled in. And I mean, clearly just like waves in that mirror, and it was sucking me right in. And I have a pretty good constitution.
Mhm.
And so I was able to take a step back and I was able to recover. But right after that, she left the room and she calls out to me and she says, "You weren't here. You were, I thought it was you breathing on my neck." And I'm like, first off, I wouldn't do something like that. But anyway, she said, "I thought it was you breathing on my neck and you weren't even here. You were still in there." So there was so much, there were a lot of amazing experiences that night.
Mhm.
And the Bela Lugosi mirror was definitely one of them.
Do you have any background on that mirror as far as like we know that Bela was famous for playing Dracula and playing a lot of those Universal films. Why do we think that this mirror has something going on that affects folks like you, for example?
Yeah, well, I could have given you a better answer. I it's been a while since I talked about that mirror, but
Sure.
There was a murder that took place in front of that mirror.
Okay.
And not Bela Lugosi, but
No.
Within his property, apparently. I'm pretty sure. I got to double check that part. But there was a murder that took place in front of that mirror, and so people think that maybe that's where that energy comes from.
So So what we're going to do right now is that we're going to get to that viral video you all voted last week to be analyzed. First of all, once again, what you just seen from Greg, that's not what we're going to be looking at. That was his own experience that we shared. But tonight's image number 2, we're going to do that right now. And this is what you voted for. Now, audience, you'll vote before the panel analysis for video number 2, which will be played a few times. You'll then have a total of 60 seconds to complete your vote. Here is image number 2 right now.
What is that? Get
back.
Yeah, get back. Did everyone hear that? Wow, creepy or what?
Yeah.
Get back. Yeah, get back. Did everyone hear that? Wow, creepy or what?
Yeah.
All right. Polls are now closed. Panel will begin their analysis. After the panel analysis, you'll get your chance to vote again. Miriam, why don't we start with you, please?
So Ryan, before you pull Ryan down, unless you already did. Oh, see you later.
Do you want me to keep, what do you want?
Ryan, what was it that you got on your Ovilus while that was playing?
While that was playing, the word window and threshold came through.
I find that interesting. Okay, thank you. I wanted just to share that. Okay, so let's pull the video back up. So in these situations, like when I can't get strong clarity from like the mirror, like for me, for the mirror itself, I go to the people, and the people, this woman's energy to me doesn't feel like it's having any, it doesn't feel like it's having an authentic experience. I don't feel them having, it's like when someone tells you, like when we listen to Greg's ghost story, you can feel from him the authenticity in his experience, and I'm just not feeling that from her. And I also don't feel that this building is holding anything, that any type of energy that would haunt or show itself. I don't know if this mirror maybe has a history of being haunted. And honestly, if I was to, if someone knew where this mirror was and said that there has been experience is there, I would believe it, because that mirror for me feels like there could be something going on there. But this specific experience, this that we're watching, is not paranormal. So for me, that's a myth.
All right, a myth for Miriam. Greg, why don't we move over to you? What do you say?
Okay, well, obviously this comes via Ghost Inspector Greg, and I've been itching actually to comment on this. I think this is absolutely myth. And can we bring that up a little bit larger? And I'll show you exactly why I believe that. Go ahead and actually, she's rewinding right there supposedly. So if we can go back even a little further to where she first pulls out the recorder.
Greg, were you and I both playing at the same time?
I wasn't touching it. No.
Oh, it's sometimes it doesn't let me move that cursor around. So hang on, we'll just start it over.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, right? Can you rewind it just a little bit more? Okay, I guess you just bring me up and I'll. Oh wait, well, I want to. So right when she went, okay, she's bringing it up now. Can you go ahead and bring it up?
For fuck's sake!
Right. Well, dang. Again, I'm not saying.
We missed it. So when she goes to turn it on.
Here's the thing. You can go and bring me up. So when she went to turn it on, okay, she made this maneuver, right, where she went click, and to let you know, oh, I'm turning it on now, okay, and I just did from that point on. I didn't buy any of this. I definitely think it's myth.
Okay, very cool. Thank you for that. Greg, I have a question for you. You said the person watching goes by Moonbeam. She looked familiar to me. Are you sure not Moon Girl?
Could she have changed her name? Her name is Alex.
Okay, someone different completely.
Lemieux.
She looks a lot like another person I know named Moon Girl.
Wow.
And so I mean that's why I was just like, well, maybe it is. So
it was funny because she was the only she insisted on being called Moonbeam, and I was the only one that had I was a polite guy, right? So I was the only one that would call her by that name. Everybody else had always called her by Alex. Oh, she was getting so
funny. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
So my take on this too. First, a couple things. Greg, absolutely with the. And the look on her face, as we're all paranormal investigators, the one thing that doesn't work for someone is if you're just like, here, listen to what I picked up here, but there is nothing else that's being recorded in the room. So there isn't a point of reference to the person in the room recording, and you can kind of hear yourself and then the EVP. So and it's like, well, maybe she just doesn't know how to do that if she's a paranormal investigator. She is using what's called a DR60, which is one of the most expensive audio recorders that because of Ghost Adventures, everybody seems to think that that's the only real audio recorder that you should use, which is not the case, but that's what people like to use. I have seen it also fail on a number of occasions as well. It didn't fail here. I just don't think it's real. And I think that the whole thing is set up a little bit. I think I've seen another episode there where Father Sebastian, he collapses in front of the mirror, something like that. So, I mean, I've seen a lot of things happen in that mirror. This is 100% myth for me as well. All right, Ryan. If you say I'm just going to say
he better not.
All right,
he should just to mess with everybody.
So yeah, the hyper exaggerated. I'm gonna mash this button down, make it look like I'm clearly doing it. No, what she's using, Greg, like you said, is the DR60, sought after. Honestly, I don't think they work that great. They're
Nope.
too sensitive and they're faulty. People get a lot of false positives.
Mhm.
But what she's doing is she's pushing the button up here in the corner to rewind and play and all this stuff. And when you do that, it rewinds it to the beginning of the previous track. I went through and I timed it out actually. When she's actually recording, when she pushes the button to record to when she pushes it again to stop is about 10.5 seconds. And when she goes back to play it, you can hear it start and you can hear it stop. It's only about 7.3 seconds, I think is what it was. So we got some discrepancies there too. But then when I went through and I looked at, actually put it into, I spent way too much time on this, honestly. I put it into the waveform. And what I looked at is the one on the left is the first time she plays it, and the one on the right is the second time. To me, they sound completely different. I'm going to try to play it here, see if you guys can hear it. It's going to go quick, so I'll play it a couple times. To me, there's slight differences in there, and you can see it in the graph here. This one is not nearly as high of frequency as the first one is. You can see there's a lot more in the middle here. And then the beginnings of them too. They're completely different on how it all starts.
Yeah.
Sorry. So when I look at all that, to me, this says that it's been doctored and it's been laid over the video to make it look like it's an actual recording. The first one, I think, was probably an actual recording that they got. It was garbage. They tried to tune it up a little bit and got what they thought they heard was Get Back. I still don't hear Get Back. I just hear like a finger moving on the recorder, which is very easily mistaken as an EVP. I got to go myth on this one too.
So you're thinking that that somebody that they actually recorded something where, I guess I'm coming from the point of that this was specifically tailored to not be real.
Yes.
Like, you know, okay. Like
because
they did
the timing doesn't match up, the audio waves don't match up. They should be a lot closer than that. I understand that the guy who's recording the video, he's pointing the camera at one angle and then a different angle, so they're going to be a little bit off, but they should have been somewhat closer to that. And the second one being much clearer, to me, it sounds like somebody's gone in and altered that original recording.
Absolutely. All right. Very interesting. I think what I like about this video, Greg, and thank you for sharing this with us. I just think it's such an interesting way of seeing how people approach some of these haunted objects, you know, and how like it's very different than what happened to you. You know what I mean? It's just such a, you know, I just find it all very fascinating, actually.
I don't understand. I mean, obviously this was the intent. I mean, it was, you know, the intent was to try to gain some I don't know what are you trying to gain?
Yeah, they're just trying to get a viral video out there.
I guess, but you know, for crying out loud, it wasn't even good.
I appreciate, Ryan, I appreciate all the time you spent on it. I know you joked that you spent way too much time, but I mean, that's what we like. We like to see it broken down like that. So I like it. I'm glad you did.
That was great, actually, when you think about that. I mean, how we basically were able to dissect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that was cool. Well,
and to your point, Greg, host Greg, you know, for Ghost Inspector Greg, his experience was almost more obvious from a visceral and feeling space than hers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, and nothing technically happened visually in your experience, Greg, but you could feel your experience. Her experience was like, you know, you couldn't feel anything. That is my point.
Right. And it's actually Moonbeam that's just like, yeah, something's not right. He's not, I mean, it's not like Greg going, oh my gosh, it's Bela Lugosi. You know, it's like
it was him.
Yeah. Children of the night, you know, but it was more of like they're kind of saying you're just kind of experiencing it as it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was really cool. I'm thank you, Greg, for finding us those.
That whole night was really amazing.
Oh, I bet. That's very cool.
I'm not saying those guys aren't up to something every once in a while, but that night was just
No, just I mean it is very cool, and it's awesome that you were able to share that with us. Why don't we see what the polling numbers are for this round?
Ryan, all you.
45% myth, 36 mystery, and 18 unknown. So that was pre-analysis.
That's pre-analysis there. Now the question is, did your analysis change? Whether it did or not, please, everyone, go vote again. We want to know if the panel has shifted your viewpoint on image 2. Now, remember, if your analysis did not change, please vote the same one more time. And here is the countdown for you to go and vote for image number 2. All right, the panel was able to give their analysis. Now it is time for the audience analysis.
Yeah, I'm not giving her a trophy.
No. Are you, Miriam, are you trying to talk? Because we can't hear you.
I was trying to talk.
Oh, or are you just moving your lips? I mean, what's happening over there?
I muted because my dog started barking. So let's go back. Her acting wasn't even trophy worthy. All right. Ryan, Anton is giving you an applause.
Thank you.
And a great breakdown analysis, like always. Linda at first thought she did have an authentic reaction, and then she says she did not. All right. Post analysis. Okay. My dogs are being crazy. So if the lights go out, it's because of them, not a ghost. Oh, shoot. Here we go. You guys want to know what the post analysis is, or?
Yeah, I guess so.
Hello. Yeah. It's coming.
Right.
20 minutes from now.
Okay, good.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, good. Thank God.
That's awesome.
Now, isn't this the second week? Didn't we have something very similar to this last week with the polling numbers? Like,
yep, we had our first 100% last week,
and now our second in the second week in a row.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy?
Look at that. Crazy. So let's take a look at the scoreboard.
So first video, Miriam voted wrong. Greg and I voted right on everything.
That's correct. Yeah.
Oh my God, cocky.
You made him, by the way, Miriam. You made this. Just
I made this. I made this robot.
Yeah.
Yep. And on the revote after our analysis, the audience agreed with Greg and I, so we're okay there.
Yep, that's all good.
Video 2, we were myth all the way across the board. Everybody thought myth, and I had a ton of words coming through the obelisk all night long. Window and threshold in relation to that mirror was kind of interesting.
I see. Okay. I thought that was interesting too. But what for me, why I thought that was interesting, which I don't know, I think I said this. I felt like there could be something going on in that mirror, but nothing was going on in that video. And I was thinking that, and then I saw you in the private chat say that, and I was like, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. We got to find that mirror.
Do we know do we know what mirror she was in front of?
Nope, but we'll find out.
Oh, yeah, find out. That would be really interesting.
Wow.
I didn't feel anything in the building itself, but I did. There was just like this tiny little twinge of maybe something going on over there, but in that mirror. Anyway. Okay.
Interesting. Okay, well, there's the scoreboard. That's looking all right. You know, the right people are winning. That's the main thing.
All that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
We're winning.
Harlow, what are your thoughts tonight?
It was a little chaotic, but I'd have to say Ryan's analysis was the star of the show.
Let's not get carried away, for God's sake, Jesus.
Seriously.
All right, geez. Okay, let's get a parade now. Where's his video? Anyway.
Harlow was making one the whole time.
Yeah, she was the whole
I love the way Mom said our performances were a little chaotic. Fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Birthday Greg, what are your thoughts before we
the pinwheel?
Oh,
yeah, I'm surprised.
Yeah, just didn't vote on the pinwheel. I like that, and sure, that can be faked. All right, but because there were 3 or 4 different pinwheels, right? Okay, sure, glue the other 3 and blow a hair or a fan or something towards the other one. But I did like that video. So, but I appreciate you guys having me back on, and it's always a pleasure. And I will make sure that I have some great viral videos in 2 weeks.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be gone next week. All right, that sucks.
We are. I'm trying to hold back the tears as we finish this up.
Well, we ended on a low note, so that's all that matters.
What low note? Ryan and I were winning.
Well, as Harlow said, it was a chaotic episode.
Well, only with you. I mean, everyone else was on top form. So,
hey, I'm just curious. I was just curious. What's coming up in like a month from now?
Well, we don't know. That's a good question, Greg. We might be going. How do we say it? We'll be live at a live location. We might be. We're waiting for the final confirmation. It would be me, Harlow, and Ghost Inspector Greg, and then of course Ryan and Greg will be coming from their basements.
I'm not. Yeah, in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, Linda. It's always that's the great part about Linda joining is that we go over the same stuff multiple times to make sure that she is aware of what's happening.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Oliver really enjoyed the episode.
Thanks for tuning in, Oliver. Thanks for the video.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, because this was not our finest moment.
So once again, then we are not. In case Linda didn't hear, we're not on next Thursday. So with a live show. So because it's the 4th of July, as she said. So just want to make sure we're all on the same page here. So Miriam, don't show up next Thursday.
Can't make you any promises.
I mean, you could do whatever you want, quite frankly, but it may not work. Are you doing your readings on Thursday?
I don't know. I think I might actually take the day off. I feel like I need it.
I do too.
After tonight, I think there's been too much going on.
It was a good night. It was a good night.
Pretty much. All right, everyone. Thank you for joining us on Myth or Mystery. Each week, we bring new videos for you and the panel to weigh in on. If you caught paranormal on camera or you have an extraordinary ghost or alien experience you'd like to share, please send it through our website, mythormysterylive.com. Once again, that is mythormysterylive.com. If you enjoyed our show, please like and share. That's super important. See you in 2 weeks on July 11th at 7 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Central, here on Myth or Mystery. Everyone have a safe and wonderful 4th of July. Everyone take care. Good dog.